This is One More Minute with McElroy. I'm Wes McElroy on SportsRadio910.com, wrapping things up for day number 1 of the ACC Kickoff from Greensboro, North Carolina. Got a chance to sit down with the student athletes today. Tomorrow will be the coaches. And it was a nice conversation today with Jeremiah Tachu from Georgia Tech. Also got a chance to talk with Kyle Fuller from Virginia Tech, who is very excited not only about the talent that returns on this defense, but also the depth of the Virginia Tech defense. Steve Greer and Perry Jones from UVA stopped by, and they discussed how they're not going to sneak up on anybody this year. Also had Perry Jones talk a little bit about his former high school teammate, Philip Sims, who will compete for the UVA starting quarterback job. You'll be able to find all these interviews on the upcoming shows, including tomorrow when we start from 3 o'clock, live right here in Grandover. 2 interviews that really stood out. One, I told you about Kyle Fuller talking about Virginia Tech's depth and how he was excited as a cornerback to have that defensive front almost platoon in front of him. I've been telling you, don't sleep on NC State this year. And Mike Glennon discussed his O-lineman returning, but NC State really comes off to me as a wild card team. I mean that in a positive light. And today we had to vote on the preseason poll. I picked Florida State to win this conference. Now, I may be falling into the same trap a lot of people did last year, but I like this team's defense. I think E.J. Manuel is another year older, another year wiser, and another year healthier. They've got to get a ground game, and their O-line has hopefully gelled from last year, and they've got to stay healthy. I picked Virginia Tech in the Coastal, but watch out. I do believe it's going to be a 3-horse race between Georgia Tech, UVA, and Virginia Tech. But here's the X factor. Here's the real, just odd situation in the Coastal. North Carolina is going to be out to bust some teams up. They have a 1-year postseason ban after everything that's happened from the past 2 years within the football program under Butch Davis, but they're going to be out for blood this year, and that could put a whole complete wrench into the Coastal. It's going to be fun to watch in the Coastal with Virginia Tech playing Georgia Tech, and then 2 weeks later, UVA playing Georgia Tech. But I took Virginia Tech out of this division until somebody beats them. That's how I'll stay. I picked the ACC champ to be Florida State, and Taj Boyd, with all due respect to Logan Thomas, it was tough, but I took Taj Boyd because last year he did get the best of Logan Thomas and Virginia Tech, so I took Taj Boyd as my preseason pick. We'll find out officially tomorrow how everybody goes, and then the fun part is we got a whole season to figure out who was right, who was wrong. You can catch all the interviews starting tomorrow on SportsRadio910.com. Be listening at 3. Frank Beamer scheduled to be with us in the 3 o'clock hour. Mike London in the 4 o'clock hour. And a bunch of guests squeezed right in between. Reminder, you can find me on Twitter at WesSR910. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow from day 2 of the ACC Media Days.